Hi, my name is Ashraf. To my left is Elmo and to my right is Desmond. And today we'll be presenting to you our data communication and network project. So for our IP addressing plan, we require 1,800 hosts and our site IP address is 191.27.0.0. As you can see, we require 1,000 hosts for Singapore, 300 hosts for Indonesia and 500 hosts for Malaysia. So this is our IP addressing plan. So for Singapore, our IP addressing range is from 4.2 to 7.2.254. For Malaysia, it's 8.2 to 11.254, and for Indonesia, it's 12.2 to 15.254. So I'll now pass it over to Elmo to explain to you our network topology.
So here we have three different wide area networks. For each wide area network, there is a switch, 2 PCs and 1 server. For one PC will have all the hosts and one will be the department. To connect all the different devices to the switch, we use the straight through cable. Then to all the different routers to connect to each other, except for Indonesia and Malaysia, we use the serial cable. Now I'll pass on to Desmond.
So for the communication between three countries, right, we'll be using the IP route command, which is IP route from Singapore gate to Singapore router to Malaysia router, followed by Singapore router to Indonesian router. Each router, as you can see over here, each router contains the subnet address, the subnet mask, and followed by the serial port. So for communication between Malaysia router to Singapore router, it's also the same thing. We use the IP route where it's 191.27.4.0, which is the subnet address for Singapore router, followed by subnet mask for Singapore router and the serial port that connects to the Singapore router. For the Indonesia router to Singapore router, it's also the same thing, which we use the IP route also to connect from Indonesia router to Singapore router, which is the Singapore subnet address, followed by the Singapore subnet mask and the serial port that connects the port from Indonesia to Singapore. Okay, for Malaysia router to Indonesia router, right, we did not use the exit hop like the other two. Instead, we use the next hop static, so what we do is we IP route from Malaysia, we IP route to Indonesia router with Indonesia's subnet address, followed by Indonesia subnet mask and the IP address for Indonesia. The same thing goes from Indonesia to Malaysia. So now I'll pass on to Elmo to talk about the routing protocols.
So for our first protocol, we have the no shutdown. To get the port running, a no shutdown command is needed. So, however, in this case, a no shutdown command has been done. Therefore, there is no status showing that the port has changed to up. So for our next protocol is the next hop static. After entering the IP addresses between the two routers, do a next stop static. The command will be the subnet address followed by the subnet mask, then the IP address of the router. After entering the command, the key in exit. Next, I'll have Ashraf to continue.
So our last protocol is exit hop. So after entering the IP addresses between three routers, do an exit hop. The command will be the subnet address, the subnet mask, and also the serial port. After entering the command, key in exit. And here is an example of an exit hop from Singapore router to Malaysia router. So right now I'll pass it over to Desmond to demonstrate our network topology.